Hello, hello, hello. This is QST coming at you live and direct. This will not be a long live. I'm just coming on here to give an update on what happened in not actually my city, but all these little cities are all close together. So there was a mass shooting on Saturdays. Hot in here. Turn the air on. There was a mass shooting Saturday night. So here is what we know so far. On Saturday, the Chinese and the Asian community celebrated lunar New Year's, right? So they had a big celebration. Hundreds of thousands of people was there. After the celebration, everybody broke off into their own little celebration. So these one group of people went to a dance studio called Star Dance Studio. Hi, Shawanda. These are all mostly the people that um, do the ballroom dance. It's funny because, well, it ain't funny, but I was just inquiring about a ballroom dance, waiting for my doctor to release me so I can start doing exercise. And that was one of the things I wanted to do. So I had been looking into it already. So then this happens. So, hey, Regina Boo. So on Saturday after the celebration, a group of people went to continue the celebration. They had a dance party at the Star Dance Academy. A gentleman walked in and started shooting while they were in there. I think it was like maybe 10:30 at night, 10:20. I think the first call came in at 10:20. So it may happen around between 10:15, 10:20. He walks into the dance studio and he starts to shooting people. He shot five women, five men. He shot them dead, and another 10 people were shot and sent and was shot, but they were wounded. They didn't die from their as five men, five women. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to drive and talk. So once the shooting happened, um, they rushed the people to the hospitals. The gunman called allegedly the gunman called the hospital and said that he was coming to finish the job, meaning kill the rest of the people. The hospital where he called was where my sister worked. She called me because I make it a point not to watch the news anymore. Like I don't really like to excuse me, I really like to watch it because it's so depressing. But my sister called me and she was like, "Hey, we're going on lockdown. This is what happened, but everything is okay. This is just a precaution." Blah 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 blah. So that made me get up and turn the TV on. So after he shot the 10 people, well, he shot more than 10 people, but after he killed the 10 people, he left that dance studio and went to another one called Lele Dance, which is like a block and a half away from the first dance studio. Now, the people that were at the first dance studio, allegedly, we thinking, called the Lala and told them, "Hey, somebody just came in here and shot us up, and they could be on their way there." Because when he got there, the owner of the dance shop saw him and wrestled him and took the gun from him. So when he took the gun from him, this dude ran out of the dance studio. This is the second one he went to. He ran out and he went to his car. He had one of those white utility vans that he was in, and I guess he may have drove all night. I don't know what he was doing. So once all this is breaking, once everybody called the police, and once the law enforcement know what's going on, APB went out on this white van because at this point they're not sure that the first shooting and the second attempt shooting are connected. They don't know yet, but they're treating it as it's all one person. So he's driving around in this white utility van. He's out here, and if anybody know about California, he went out by Delamo Mall, which is a very large mall. It's in Torrance, and he was on Sepulveda and Hawthorne Boulevard. So the cops seen him. They ain't sure if it's him or not, because now at this point they don't know who the shooter is. They don't know anything. All this just happened like literally maybe less than 10 hours. So they pulled the guy over. They approaches his car and they hear a gunshot. So the police backs up, call for backup. Come to find out the guy in the van killed himself. So once police came and investigated everything, they found out that he was actually the gunman who went to the Star Dance dance studio and shot and killed 10 people, wounding many others. Went to a second dance studio and attempted to shoot those people, but he was apprehended by a guy, but he fled. You know, the guy disarmed him and then he fled. Once he fled, the next morning he was pulled over. He killed himself, and now the police are slowly but surely releasing the victims. I think so far they've released three of the victims out of the 10. My company that I work for, we have a big Asian Chinese popularity. We have a whole department where it's just all them. So soon I heard it, I called my friend. I texted my friends, to check in and make sure, they were all okay. Thank God they were okay. They didn't know anybody there. So, um, but my heart goes out to that families, the community, everybody. So, they said that this guy was looking for his wife, and I don't want to say what happened just yet because we're not sure. Because if your wife is there, you killing all these other people. You going to another place and trying to kill more people. Was she at the first place? Was she not at the first place? Like, why did you? This is just, it's ridiculous. Yeah, Regina, it's really really sad. So, actually, and my nephew, his fiance is Asian descent, and I called her also to make sure because she was out shopping for the Chinese New Year. She was out shopping for it, and I wanted to make sure her or her parents wasn't there. Um, and she wanted me to go down to they come out and bring flowers and stuff like that. And I told her to call me. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that today, but I told her to call me, and if I'm available at that time, I'll be able to go down there with her. But it's really a sad, sad situation. Hey, Miss G, it's really a hey, Glib. It's really a sad situation, and the gunman, his name is Who Can Tran. Who is spelled Huu Can Can Tran Tran. He was 72 years old. He was 70. Let me repeat that. He was 72 years old, you guys. This dude at his age walked in there and just I, I can't wait for them to find out why he did it, what was his motive, if we will ever find out. People that do this usually kill themselves, and we never really know what happens. Um, and I just say, my personal belief and stuff like this is people, you would think people would know people and talk. Well, I guess you do have loners, but like nobody knew, like nobody. I mean, they might not knew then, but I'm wondering if people can look back and say, oh, that's why he did this. Oh, well, he did that because of this. You know, monetary. Uh, so I'm hoping they find out why this happened. Um, it's kind of bad because I was going to get me a facial this morning and I didn't go because I mean that's just what my head was this morning. I was like that this is a place where all the Asians and stuff they work, they own, and I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable going, so I didn't go. You know, but it's scary out here. When you don't know, you can't even go anywhere. You can't go to a movie theater. You can't go bowling. You know Right where this guy killed himself at in Torrance. I think it was maybe a year or two ago. There was a big shooting at a bowling alley not too far where he killed himself. It was a big shooting at this bowling alley, and my sister knew some of the families. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. You can't do anything. But your girl is out here. I'm at the bank about to transfer some dividends, and I'm about to book me a flight. Yep, you heard me. I'm about to book a flight, and I'm about to get up out of here. So details to come. Can't keep a good one down for long. It is scary. It's scary out here. But that's the world we live in. I remember when I was coming up, I grew up in Compton, and we used to go to it was a guy named Steve. We call him the Pac-Man house. He had like four video games. He sold candy, ice cream, and that was like we would get our beach cruisers, ride down there. We have about $3 worth of quarters, and that was a lot back then. And we playing video games, and that's when video games didn't have timers on them. And yeah, I mean, and our biggest fear was not making it home before the street lights was out, you know. And hey, good evening with Mika. Thank you for coming through. I was recapping of what happened in we had a mass shooting in Monterey, California over the weekend. And I was just saying how when I was younger, we didn't, if they were happening, which I doubt, I guess we didn't know it so fast because social media brings everything to your doorstep, to your bedroom, like instantly. So, hey, Eric Brown, nice to see you. Nice to see you, Eric. It was a mass shooting here, and it's just terrible how he was 72 years old. He shot all those people up. But when I was younger, we used to go to the Pac-Man house and buy some candy and play video games. And our biggest fear was not making it home before the street lights came on, before Mama catches us. We didn't worry about all these shootings, and the gang bangers wasn't even that bad back then. The gang bangers were not bad at all. We were able to go trick or treating all night and go to two and three different neighborhoods and trick or treat. You can't do that now. You can't do that now. It's crazy. And then you look at the younger generation, like my grandkids. My grandkids is not gonna be able to experience none of the stuff that I experienced coming up because it's just too dangerous. It is just too dangerous out here. So, like I said, I called all my people that I know, and everybody is safe. Nobody was involved. Their family wasn't involved. It's just a sad situation for anybody to get shot. Anybody. You know, life is precious. Life is so precious. It was happening, but we didn't have instant news. Everything is happening everywhere else. Right. Like Glib, if you wasn't a reader, if you didn't pick up a newspaper and read, you didn't know what was going on in the world back in them days. You know what I'm saying? But now, somebody stood a lollipop and gets slapped. It's gonna be all over the damn news. It's gonna be a race war. It's gonna be blacks against whites, against Mexicans, against some of this shit is not as big as people make it to be. Everything is not about race. Everything is not about this. It's not about that. Sometimes shit just happen. Now I'm not saying racism don't exist. It exists, but everything is don't have to be about race. That's just my point of view. Yeah, I'm at the Bank of America. I'm waiting to go up in here and get some moolah. Thank y'all for coming through. Y'all don't forget my show I'm gonna have on Thursday. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch Married at First Sight. Glib, oh my God, CMA asked me a very important question, and I'm gonna ask you guys this on Thursday. I'm not even gonna ruin it. He is crazy, but watch Married at First Sight season 16, episodes 1, 2, and 3. Episode 4 come on Wednesday, and we're gonna discuss on Friday. On Thursday, I'm sorry. I may be out of town. I'm not gonna be in California. I'm gonna be somewhere on Thursday. I'm glad you're watching it. Enjoy it. I'm gonna be somewhere. I'm not gonna be in California, but I'm gonna be somewhere, and we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna ask that one question that CMA asked me, and it was so funny. I didn't even know how to answer it. So it's gonna be interesting. So I see all you guys on Thursday. Glib Talk, Eating with Mika, Shawanda, Miss G, uh, Eric Brown, all you guys, Regina. Thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate the support. I really do. I just want to come in and give everybody a little update on that shooting. I doubt if I'm going down to the little memorial. I don't think I'm gonna go. Only if my little niece called me. I might go with her if she wants me to go for support. But I got a lot of stuff I gotta do, and I just want to. I just said a little prayer for them this morning, and I've been watching on the news, and that's probably all I can do right now. It's just sad. I don't want to be sad. Anyway, watch the show, Miss Shawanda. Watch it. Everybody watch it. I hate that you got me watching it. Let me go on here while the line is not long anymore. Let me go get some money out. See if I can buy me a plane ticket somewhere in the next couple of days. And QST is gone. All right, y'all. Peace out. Thank you for coming through.